Hey everyone, and welcome to your April 12th, 2025 Venus direct Saturn conjunction forecast, where we are asked to slow down and choose wisely before moving forward. This is your astrology forecast for all 12 signs. I'm your astrologer, Patricia Tate. I specialize in traditional, Western, and evolutionary astrology. I'm excited to share this transit forecast with you. If you are new here, welcome. You can find more about my offerings at willowgracemystic.com. Thank you for liking and subscribing and for sharing your journey with me. So on April 12th, we're going to be graced by this deeply felt turning point where Venus is now going to be stationing direct in the watery sign of Pisces. She's now gently guiding us out of these weeks of these emotional tides into a more clear and softer current of connection to love and others and self-worth. Venus is the planet that rules over all relationships, our values, beauty, pleasure, our finances, and she has been navigating the world backwards, having us go through the dreamy and empathetic waters of Pisces, reviewing, rethinking, revising, rewinding, all of those themes within our life. It's about revisiting the ways that we love, what we long for, how we express beauty, what we truly value, not just in others, but within ourselves. For many of us, it's been a time of release, remembering, recognizing which bonds that we want to cultivate and to nourish, and which ones leave us feeling kind of untethered. Now she's going to be moving forward, and Venus is now going to be offering this renewed current of emotional clarity, of softness. It's like a fog has been lifted. Feelings now begin to make sense. Now our heart knows what it wants again. It dares to believe in the beauty of becoming. This is not just about a personal awakening. This is also on the collective level. And so Venus is closely conjunct with Saturn, meaning it's merging its energies with Saturn. Saturn is the karmic teacher of the zodiac. It's about time. It's the wise elder who brings structure and commitment and boundaries and long-term vision, wanting us to have short, middle, and long-term goals. And so them merging together is this union in Pisces is like both gentle and serious at the same time. It's now a conversation between soulmates with having this heartfelt promise that you made to yourself. We also have Saturn here asking us, what have you learned about love? Love that you seek, the value that it brings you, the love that you feel from others, the connection that you want from others, know your value, know your worth. And more importantly, Saturn asks, how are you now going to honor knowing what you know with this new knowledge? Together, we are using Venus and Saturn in Pisces to help us manifest our dreams in a more tangible way. It's about anchoring our creative inspiration, our soulmate or our soulful connections within spiritual truth and putting them into a form. This is the kind of love that builds slowly and lastingly. This is the kind of beauty that is timeless. It's not performative. This is the kind of community that's based on resonance and not on obligation and keeping score. And so as individuals, we might feel a calling to now show up more authentically within our relationships or our partnerships, to forgive, to recommit to somebody. Or it's about letting go of the fantasies that just no longer serve us. Financially, creatively, there's these new paths that are now going to emerge that reflect who you are now and not once who you were. It's the here and the now with the new knowledge. There's this softness here, but it also has strength. We are being asked to not just trust our inner voice. It's about following what feels aligned to us. For the collective, this transit also stirs about these powerful questions of where are we as a group? Where are we as a community? Where are we as people? What do we value as a community? How are our friendships, our groups, our networks, how are they shifting in the light of new spiritual truths that are being revealed? Many of us are finding ourselves drawn to new tribes, new communities, people that share our values, who speak our soul's language, who support our deeper dreams that we're now ready to give birth to. There's this quiet weaving within our social circles or our social networks where old affiliations, they seem to be dissolving, while these new connections, they seem to be more aligned with our heart and with our purpose, and they're blooming, they're blossoming, they're growing. This is not a time for us to be fitting in. This is about a belonging. This Venus-Saturn moment, it's asking us to slow down, to listen deeply, to choose with intention, to create beauty that means something, offer love that heals, form bonds that last. So as Venus is now going to be moving forward, being in its direct motion, it's taking a time to both honor how far that you've come within your own inner world. It's welcoming the clarity, feeling that in the quiet knowing of what and who we are, it really truly matters. And then to look around. And like your soul family, it's drawing closer. You are forming your tribe. The path of love and creativity and connection, it's now going to be flowing once more. Hey there, mystic friends. I want to share something powerful that I've been using lately. These are the Divine Masculine Mini Pack. They are from Otter Spirit. This set includes 3 incredible bracelets that are designed to help you stay grounded, motivated, and stronger in your everyday life. So first up is Tiger's Eye. This stone carries bold, courageous, and protective energy. It's that Aries warrior vibe. It helps you to stay focused, determined, and fearless when you're stepping into new territory or you're facing challenges. Next, this one is Sunstone. It's the one that's about taking action. This helps ignite that inner fire within you. It reminds you that every day that you show up, you do the work, you go after your dreams. It brings joy, energy, and light into anything that you need in order to keep moving forward. And finally, this one is Bloodstone. This stone is grounding. It's very empowering. It's perfect for when you need that extra dose of strength, resilience, confidence. It reminds you that you've got what it takes in order to face whatever is ahead. Now, I've been wearing mine, recording videos, and honestly, anytime that I need that extra boost to stay in alignment with my goals. If you're ready to harness this energy and to wear your intentions every day, you can grab any of these gems with 20% off. Just use the code WILLOW20 at checkout. So offerings this month. For a private consultation, you can visit willowgracemystic.com. You can sign up for my newsletters to find out more about happenings, early releases, following the link below. If you're interested in a community with like-minded people where we learn, we share, we connect, we grow, you can check out my Patreon using the link below, and there is a free week's membership. There's a special for all Aries out there to celebrate your solar return at a special rate. Use code Aries10 at checkout. Additionally, I offer live astrology consultations right here every other Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I look forward to connecting with each and every one of you to help you to navigate your unique journey. So let's dive in. So for Aries, you now have Venus stationing direct conjunct with Saturn in your 12th house. This is the house of healing and release and of inner love. With Venus now stationing direct here, it's you swimming in these deep waters of your own subconscious. It's emotional patterns from the past that you have been resurfaced. It's hidden desires. It's unresolved grief. All of these topics have resurfaced recently, and this period has asked you to reevaluate your relationship with being alone, with solitude, with surrender, with forgiveness. Now, as Venus is going to be moving forward, you're invited to bring about compassion to parts of yourself that were once hidden. The 12th house is the house that we don't see. It's the hidden. It's the behind the scenes. And now, being conjunct with Saturn, Saturn's presence here, it helps you to turn this into these insights that you've experienced into real healing practices for yourself, perhaps in committing to spiritual routines or creative retreats, or the time alone in order to nourish your soul. Love can come in subtle mystical forms now. You might feel called to help others or to express love through service. Remember, the 12th house is where we connect to divine, to source, ancestors, guides, through our dreams. It's connecting to things that we cannot touch but are there spiritually. And so the opportunities that can come from this transit are profound emotional healing, releasing of old wounds that are tied to your past, embracing spiritual practices that can soothe and heal your soul. This transit offers you a chance to truly connect with your intuition on a deeper level by creating art or writing from a place of vulnerability, finding a peace and the solitude from the inside and sharing those thoughts privately. There's this potential for karmic closure, release and heal from this, and forgiving yourself and forgiving others. The challenge comes from you struggling with feelings of isolation. Remember, it's the house of being hidden or alone. It's lingering grief, because this is the house of the broken record, where we hear it and it's on repeat. And there can be escapist tendencies of the Piscean waters. I don't want to have to feel it, know it, or deal with it. So there's this risk of feeling lost within your emotions or being overwhelmed by what you're uncovering within your own inner world. There can be old fears, patterns of self-sabotage, or unconscious behaviors that can now come back up or resurface. I'm encouraging you to allow space for reflection and for healing. Engage in meditative or spiritual practices that support your emotional well-being. Seek support when needed, and remember that this is a time of a deep release for you, of a renewal for you. Set healthy boundaries around how much energy that you truly give to others' pain versus your own inner healing. A mantra can be, I honor the sacred quiet within me. Love flows where I let it go. So Aries, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Thank you so much for being here. For those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels this journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of these transits, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. So for Taurus, Venus is your chart ruler, so it's always important for you to be following where she is. And currently she's now going to be moving direct, and she's going to be coming into a conjunction with Saturn in your 11th house. This house represents friendship, dreams, belonging. It's our community. It's where we volunteer or we want to be part of something that's bigger. And so Venus has been retrograde through your 11th house of the collective vision and your long-term hopes, wishes, dreams, goals, and networks. So this has been a period of reflection of who your people are, like your tribe, your community, and what kind of future you are working towards. Like looking at, have certain friendships faded, or have new dreams emerged during this time, because it was reevaluating all of those topics for you. Now with Venus stationing direct, it's bringing fresh clarity to where you truly belong, your true direction. Saturn conjunct Venus here, it's inviting you to get serious about what is your vision, building something that can endure long, middle, and short-term goals, like creating something that can last over time with like-minded souls. There can be these new alliances that might form with people who share the same heart values that you do, while old friendships that they were based on convenience or those energies have shifted, they may now fall away. The opportunities that come from this is this can be a time to solidify new friendships, new alliances, new connections, new long-term dreams that truly reflect your evolving values. You might discover communities or social circles that truly feel more like soul aligned and supportive to you. This is going to be an ideal moment for you to collaborate on projects that have a deeper purpose in order to cultivate what is your vision for the future in a more meaningful way. It's you you picking your path, not being on somebody else's path, finding people that are like-minded and collaborating with them. You might also find opportunities to bring your creative gifts into a group setting where they can now flourish. The challenges that can come from this is feeling disconnected within your old social groups, or facing the painful realization that just certain friendships, they no longer fit. And it's the feeling of loneliness or alienation that can now creep up and surface. And so there can be tension between your need to belong and your desire for authenticity. You might experience social fatigue or feeling disillusioned with collective goals that just no longer inspire you. I encourage you to choose quality over quantity at this time within your social life. Invest in your energy within your relationships that can uplift and inspire you. Be willing to release and let go of connections that just no longer align with your values. Define what community means to you and seek out those people who share the same dreams as you do. Be patient as these new connections, they grow and blossom. A mantra can be, I align with community that reflects my heart's truth, and together we rise. And so, Taurus, thank you so much for being here. I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much. It is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for Gemini, the Venus-Saturn conjunction is occurring at the top of your chart, which represents your career, your reputation, your purpose. Literally, it's authority looking down on you, getting awards and accolades, or other people looking up to you as for responsibility or things that you are responsible for, like the legacy that you want to leave behind. And so having Venus stationing retrograde has really reshaped how do you define success? How much do you value and how much value do you put on your professional path? Have you been pouring your energy into a role that just no longer reflects your essence of who you are? Or perhaps you've been dreaming of a more creative or spiritual career or a direction. With Venus now stationing direct here and Saturn in conjunction, they're blending their energy together to say, now is the time to solidify my dreams into action. Saturn has the rings around it, and so it wants to have this solid foundation. It wants to have small, middle, long-term goals. And so this is a powerful moment to make these heartfelt commitments to your long-term goals. Make small, medium, and long-term range goals. This is about recognition coming to you in order to do work that reflects what are your true gifts? What are your talents? It has to be authentic, and it has to be built with care, and it has to be full of meaning for you. Now, the opportunities can be you saying, okay, career clarity. I now get it. This is in focus. I can see myself doing this, or this no longer lights my fire. It's no longer a passion of mine. There can be professional recognition. There can be the chance to really redefine your public image in alignment with what is your heart saying. This transit supports building this creative or spiritually fulfilling career path for you. You can make these lasting commitments to projects or to leadership roles that really feel purposeful or meaningful. You might also be offered an opportunity to lead with compassion and integrity. Remember that this is the house of how do I want to be known, and the legacy that I would like to be known for, and my responsibilities for other people and other things. Now, the challenges that come from this is you can experience doubts about your professional direction or struggle with imposter syndrome. There can be these old patterns of seeking out external validation or prioritizing your status over fulfillment that can now resurface. The pressure to really perform, it can feel heavy for you right now. Authority figures or career structures, they challenge your authority. And so I encourage you to focus on building the career or your public presence of how you want to be known, how you want to be seen, that's rooted in your own authenticity and within your own integrity. Release these outdated goals that no longer reflect what is your soul's purpose. Trust that when you follow your heart, that success is then going to follow in step with it. It's you committing to long-term projects that resonate with your own inner truth. A mantra can be, I rise with purpose and heart, and my work reflects my soul. So Gemini, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of these transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for Cancer, having Venus now stationing direct conjunct with Saturn, it's in your 9th house, which is wisdom, belief, expansion. It's the house of connecting to other people far and wide. It's publishing, it's teaching, legal matters. It's in a harmonious aspect with your 1st house of self and identity. And so having Venus retrograde here has really invited you to go within and re-examine what are your beliefs, what are your spiritual practices, what is like your thoughts on worldview. And so where have you outgrown these old teachings or these limiting philosophies? Where does your heart now need to expand? Where does it want to go and connect with other people, other things, other religions, other beliefs? With Venus now moving direct, there's this opportunity to truly recommit to a path of meaningful growth. Saturn adds this weight to your spiritual journey. This isn't about a fleeting inspiration. This is about cultivating a deeper truth. You might decide to pursue higher education or teaching or publishing or spiritual mentorship. This is the house of legal matters and publishing, and this is, I need to make a plan and I need to have goals, short, middle, and long-term goals. Saturn wants a commitment, and it wants to create something that is longer lasting. So the opportunities that can come from this is reconnecting with your own spiritual or your own philosophical beliefs. It's embarking on meaningful travel or education and expanding your own personal worldview. This is going to be a time to commit to learning or teaching that truly feeds your soul in order for you to pursue these truths that align with your higher values. There can be opportunities that can now come up that can connect you with mentors, or how to publish my ideas, or deepen your own spiritual practices, how to share your thoughts and ideas with a larger group of people, a larger network of people. And so the challenges that can come are you may be questioning your long-held beliefs and facing possibly disillusionment within these old systems, or struggling with faith. There could be this tension between your desire for freedom and your need for grounded spiritual growth. The challenge lies in letting go of your old outdated perspectives while all at the same time embracing these new truths. I encourage you to be open to your evolving in your belief system. Seek experience that nurture your heart, your soul, and they broaden your horizons. Anchor your spiritual or your philosophical growth in practices that bring real world meaning to you. Approach learning and teaching with humility and curiosity. A mantra can be, I trust in the unfolding of truth. My path is sacred and wise. So Cancer, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much. It is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of these transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for Leo, you have Venus conjunct with Saturn now stationing direct in your 8th house of intimacy, taboo topics, transformation, all types of shared resources. This means alimony, child support, debt, all of these income sources, or it's where you invest in people, places, and things. The 8th house for you, with Venus retrograde was the house of deep emotional entanglements. Now, moving direct, it's taking your shared finances, these power dynamics, sexuality, and transformation to a new healed level. For you, Leo, this has been a real raw and revealing period for you where you've had to face your fears around all types of intimacy, all types of control, whether it's someone having control over you or what do you have control over, and your own personal vulnerability. Now with Venus stationing direct, this is bringing healing into those old wounds, whether it's around worthiness or whether it's in like shared connection with others. Saturn's influence here, it's encouraging emotional maturity on your part and commitment within partnerships. Financially, this could be a time where you want to restructure your debts or inheritances or investments. Remember, investments can be within people, places, and things. It's not just about money. It's intimacy of those people that you are connected to. And so this is asking you to look at the long-term view of things. Emotionally, it's about choosing real, soul-deep connections with people over fantasy. Opportunities from this transit can be deep emotional healing. This is the house of transformation, birth, death, and rebirth. It's renewed intimacy and the ability to transform how you relate to your shared resources, to finances, and these power dynamics. This is going to be a potent time for you to rebuild trust, for you to establish financial agreements that are mutually beneficial, and to explore emotional depths with a partner or within yourself. This is going to be an opportunity that you're able to shed your own emotional patterns and step into greater empowerment of who you are. Now, the challenge comes from emotional vulnerability that just feels overwhelming. There can be issues around control or loss or trust or power imbalances within these close relationships or partnerships that are brought up, that resurface within financial matters such as debts or inheritances, that you have to have those conversations. This is the house of taboo topics. It's about having to bring these topics up to be addressed and restructured. I encourage you to allow yourself to confront your fears around intimacy and shared resources. Be honest about your emotional needs and your financial expectations, not just with yourself, but be honest with the people that you are within your closest connections with. Use this time to create lasting emotional and financial bonds that are based on transparency and trust. A mantra can be, I am safe to love deeply and receive fully. I transform with grace. So Leo, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of these transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for Virgo, you are having Venus conjunct Saturn, and Venus is now moving direct in your partnership sector. If the first house represents you, the seventh represents all of your relationships, partnerships, sacred union. It's not just personal, but it's also collaborative. And so it's you with everybody else, clients and best friends, significant others. So with Venus retrograde within your partnership sector, you are likely reevaluating all of those foundations of your closest relationships, all the way from your best friend to clients, whether it's in romantic or business or platonic. This transit has asked you, what do I need in order to truly feel valued and seen? And now Venus is moving direct and the fog is now lifting. And if you've been in a relationship that feels like it's been within limbo, clarity is now coming, because now Venus is going to conjunct or merge its energy with Saturn. And Venus conjunct Saturn, it helps you to establish healthy boundaries and to make these definite, wise commitments. It's seeing things clearly and making a plan to do something about it. Some of your connections can end, while others will deepen with more of a devotion, a connection to them. The opportunities are renewed clarity, healing within partnerships, both personal and professional. There's this chance to, and it's not just a chance, it's an opportunity to deepen the commitment that you have with others, for you to set these boundaries and to attract relationships that are more spiritually aligned for you. You might experience a profound realization about the kind of love and connection that you want to build long term. What are your expectations? The challenge comes from old wounds that are related to rejection, codependency, or this imbalance within relationships or partnerships that now is resurfacing. You might need to confront the ways that you overgive or that you neglect your own needs within relationships or partnerships. I'm encouraging you to choose relationships that nourish your soul and that respect your personal boundaries. Be willing to let go of connections that drain you or do not reflect your values. Focus on creating partnerships that are rooted within this mutual respect and within authenticity. A mantra can be, I welcome love that sees and supports me. My heart is ready for the truth. So Virgo, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of these transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for Libra, Venus is your chart ruler. It's always important for you to be following where is Venus. And so Venus now stationing direct is really going to feel good for you. She is going to conjunct or merge her energy with the planet of Saturn in the house of wellness, routine, meaningful work. It's finding a mentor, finding a guide. The sixth house is where I nurture and care for myself. So having Venus retrograde here has been turning your attention to your day-to-day life, your habits, your routines, your wellness practices, alternative healthcare and healing opportunities, your work environment, and it's, have you been overgiving? Have you been neglecting your own self-care? Are you doing work that lacks meaning? These are all the topics that have been brought up. And so now, as Venus is going to station direct, this is you being called to realign your everyday life with beauty and intention. Saturn offers the discipline to make the lasting changes with your habits in order to commit to a health or a work plan, because it's the sixth house is the balance between your home and your career. And so it's looking for things that support your soul, seeking balance between serving others and then still having to honor myself. And so the opportunities are, this is really going to be this powerful moment to cultivate these great habits, these routines that work for you within your own personal life and within work environments that reflects your soul's needs. You can find beauty and meaning in the small details in your daily life. There can be opportunities that now come up to improve your health, creating these sustainable schedules that make your work more meaningful, getting rid of a bad habit and creating a plan in order to support what you want to do. The challenges come around burnout, perfectionism, neglecting your own well-being in the service of others that's been brought up, because the sixth house is, how can I help you? How do I support you? And doing that at the cost of your own health is not healthy for you. You might have struggled with finding joy in your everyday life and felt possibly undervalued within your work. I encourage you to commit to a health and wellness program that nourishes your mind, your body, your spirit, and these work routines that can sustain you. Release the pressure of to overperform and to prove your worth. Create a life where service and self-care can coexist equitably. A mantra can be, I serve with love and I honor my needs. My daily life is a ritual of care. So Libra, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels this journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of these transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for Scorpio, you have Venus stationing direct. and conjuncting, merging its energy with the planet of Saturn in your fifth house of joy, creativity, children, your own inner child, your own romantic expression, creative arts, and it's in a harmonious aspect with your first house of who you are. So having Venus been retrograde in your fifth house of love and play and creative passion, this probably brought out old lovers to your mind, or stalled artistic expression or inspiration. It like dulled some things, and it made you question really what brings you joy or pleasure. And now, as Venus is stationing direct, this is going to be a time for you to reclaim your sparkle. This is conjunct with Saturn here. Saturn asks you to make sure that you're taking joy seriously. Saturn has the fence around it, the rings around the planet. And so it's about making a plan, having, appreciating your sacred space, and taking everything seriously about your own joy, your own pleasure, your own inner child, to commit to what lights you up, and to stop apologizing for your desires from other people. Creativity. This is a powerful time for you to turn your inspiration into a long-term project. And so romantically, their serious love can now bloom, or a casual fling might want more definition. This is like saying, are we in this? Are we going to take this to the next level? And creatively, this is looking at your own artistic talents and saying, what brings me joy? Is it playing music? Is it writing? Is it like being around other people? It's you determining what those opportunities are for you. Now, the opportunities that I see coming from this is creative inspiration, renewed sense of joy and pleasure and fulfillment. This is the ability to reconnect and to please your own inner child, to be the adult child. This is a time to commit to creative projects, explore romance, allow yourself to just be and have a good time. You might find yourself drawn to different hobbies or passions, or want to explore relationships that just light you up from within. Challenges can come from fear of being seen, creative blocks, or unresolved wounds that are related to love and joy can now surface. And so you might struggle with allowing yourself to experience pleasure without guilt or conditions that are put upon it. So I'm encouraging you to give yourself permission to create, to love, to play freely. Heal the parts of you that feel rejection or feel judgment. Cultivate joy as a practice, not just a fleeting feeling or moment. A mantra can be, I am worthy of love, joy, and full expression. My light is sacred. And so, Scorpio, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of these transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for Sagittarius, you have Venus now stationing direct in your home sector. She's going to be conjunct with Saturn. Saturn is the planet of karma and limitations and boundaries and creating things that will last over a longer period of time. So this is about homes, your roots, your traditions, emotional security. So Venus retrograde took you within your own inner world, and you were asked to revisit your childhood dynamics, or your home life, or your emotional foundations, your traditions. And so you looked at, what did safety mean to me? Who or what truly feels like home? And so as Venus is now moving direct, Saturn brings about these opportunities in order for you to support you to create emotional stability. This could mean moving. This could mean repairing some family bonds, committing to a home project. This can be a time of designing your own sanctuary, both externally and within yourself. The opportunities that can come from this transit are emotional healing, creating this a foundation, or reconnecting with family. This could be through ancestry DNA, or reconnecting with traditions. This is going to be a time to nurture your own family bonds, to repair the emotional foundations, to commit to creating a sacred space for yourself and for your loved ones. You might feel called again to like move, redecorate, or deepen your own emotional self-care. Challenges can come from family tensions that were brought up, or old wounds from your childhood, like going back and the memories, the instability that was within your home life that resurfaced. You might feel vulnerable or unsure of, where do I belong? What is home? And so I'm encouraging you to prioritize your own emotional security. Take the steps to heal your own personal family dynamics in order to create an environment that supports your personal well-being. Honor your need for rest and for security and emotional grounding. So a mantra can be, I root myself in love. My foundation is strong, sacred, and true. So Sagittarius, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of these transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for Capricorn, Saturn is your chart ruler, so it's always important for you to be following where is Saturn and who's connecting with Saturn. So you now have Venus stationing direct. And Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, money, resources, is now merging her energy with your energy of creating sustainability. This is in the house of communication, connection, and thinking of it as bringing your own inner voice. And so with Venus retrograde, this brought up topics of your thoughts, your words, your connections. They underwent a huge, deep review. Maybe there was miscommunications that occurred. You began to question what you say, why you say it, how you say it. And so now with Venus stationing direct, Saturn, your ruler, is now inviting you to speak with intention. This is a potent time for journaling, teaching, writing, or having these heartfelt connections with neighbors, siblings, cousins, people that you communicate with on a daily basis. The third house is how we communicate with others and how we take in the information and disseminate it and share it with others. So you are being asked to align your words with your inner truth. This is about the dynamics of your siblings, your neighborhoods. All of these topics are coming into a sharper focus about what you say, because your words have power, your words have meaning. So the opportunities are honest communication. This can be healing conversations and the ability to express your thoughts with clarity and compassion that can heal wounds. This can be a time to mend the misunderstandings or reconnect with siblings or neighbors, or reconnect to learning or teaching something that came from your heart. The challenge comes from mental overwhelm or miscommunication or difficulty expressing your emotions that have surfaced, and maybe you felt unheard or you struggled to speak your own truth. I encourage you to speak with love and intention, listen deeply, and be willing to revisit any important conversations. Use your voice to uplift and to heal and to connect. A mantra can be, my words carry love and truth. I speak from my soul. So Capricorn, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of these transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for Aquarius, one of your chart rulers is Saturn. So it's always important for you to be following where is Saturn. And so your chart ruler is conjunct with the planet of Venus. That means they are merging their energy. And Venus is now moving direct. And so this is in your second house of self. Worth, money, cash, property, resources. What do you want or need in order to feel safe and secure? Your skill set, your talents. So Venus retrograde here really was highlighting your relationships with your money, your possessions, with self-worth. And so looking at, have you been undervaluing yourself? Have you been spending to fill like an emotional void? As Venus now moves direct, you have Saturn. Saturn has structure to it. It has the rings around it, the fence around it. It wants short, middle, and long-term goals. Saturn wants to help you to rebuild a new value system, one that's rooted in self-love and spiritual alignment. This is a time to set those financial goals that you can attract resources and honor your worth through your choices. The clearer you are about what you value, the more abundance flows. Opportunities from this transit can be financial clarity, self-worth upgrades, and the ability to create sustainable abundance. This is going to be a time for you to assess your relationships with money, possessions, your personal value, because you may discover there's new ways to earn or to invest that reflect your spiritual and creative gifts. Challenges can come from a scarcity mindset, fear of not being enough, over-attachment to material security that was resurfacing. You might have questioned your value or struggled with financial instability. So I'm encouraging you to anchor your worth in who you are, not with what you have. Make financial decisions that support your long-term well-being, that reflect your true values. Release patterns of overgiving or undercharging. A mantra can be, I honor my worth. I attract resources that reflect my truth. So Aquarius, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of these transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for Pisces, this is all about you. Having Venus conjunct Saturn in your first house, it's your identity, it's your self-expression, it's your love, it's your goals, it's things that you want to launch, things that you want to do. So this transit was especially powerful for you. With Venus stationing retrograde, it had you reviewing, rethinking, revising all of these topics within your life. Now Venus stationing direct within your sign, and having Saturn here, Saturn is the planet of structure. It's you emerging with this renewed sense of self, of identity. The past weeks might have felt like an emotional cocoon for you that was inviting you to go within for deep introspection about who you are, about how you love. Now it's going to be time for you to step forward with this new version of yourself. Venus brings about softness and beauty and magnetism, while Saturn helps you to ground it into form. You are being asked to walk your talk. This is you embodying the grace and the wisdom of everything that you've gained. Relationships will mirror your own self-love. The opportunities can come as in a personal rebirth of self-love, the ability for you to step into your own authentic essence of who you are. This is going to be a time for you to reclaim your beauty, your magnetism, your sense of self. You can redefine how you show up in the world and how you embrace the fullness of who you are. The challenge comes from the identity confusion, self-doubt, fear of being seen that could have resurfaced. Remember, Pisces can be kind of cloudy, but now with Saturn here, this is taking a look at where you've struggled with your feelings of unworthiness or lost yourself in others' expectations. And now you're able to embrace your uniqueness, express yourself unapologetically, let your presence radiate the love and the beauty that you have cultivated from within you. A mantra can be, I am love in motion. I move forward with clarity and grace. So Pisces, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of these transits, visit willowgracemystic.com.